Egypt, one of the few countries in the world that's remained open to travelers at this time, but somehow the world's most famous temples remain empty. This is one of the most unforgettable travel experiences of my life, but somehow I really can't recommend it to everyone. Welcome to Cairo. So far, everything's been super streamlined. And we're starting off our day here in Cairo with an Egyptian breakfast. You're not gonna believe this, but traditional Egyptian breakfast typically consists of French fries. We got some falafel, we got eggplants, we got beans, and flatbread with some runny eggs and some beef. Egyptian coffee is similar to Turkish, but a little bit less bitter. Oh my gosh, I'm burning my fingers. Ow. So Cairo is the kind of place where you can literally have breakfast for $1. In this case, this one was a little pricier. It's a famous spot, so that was $15 per person. Just a quick Egyptian road crossing here. No crosswalks, so. Welcome to Old Town Cairo. Right behind me here in Old Town Cairo, this right here is a 1,000-year-old street. But back in the day, these were the walls that kept the people on the inside safe from invaders, from intruders. This is exactly how I pictured a 1,000-year-old street looking. It's got so much personality, so many stories here to be told. I have to say, one thing I'm noticing, Egyptian people are very loud, very lively. These streets are nowhere near as full as they normally be, but it feels alive. So this is where the locals come to hang out. This isn't just a tourist street, but what I'm really loving most about this street right now is I can feel its history. This is one of the best ways you can ever transport yourself into the past. It's also super chaotic. We're now gonna head to Khan El Hilili. This is the Old Town Market, and it's generally a night market, so that's when it gets busiest, craziest. It's full of tight alleyways, local food. Let's get at it. I just came across the most honest salesman. He says, "How can I take your money?" Just straight-faced it. I love him. So this is the market during the day, but you have to see it at night. Well, turns out it's not such a night market, more of a sunset market due to the current situation. Everything's closing by 10 p.m. Lesson learned. Let's go back to the daytime. That right there is the Egyptian symphony. Horns from all directions at all times of the day. It's a beautiful thing. My brother. So far the destination that I've traveled the most comparable to Cairo would have to be Marrakesh in Morocco. Every now and then though, I do get like a bit of a New Delhi vibe driving through India, the craziness of the streets, but it's definitely about one level down from New Delhi. Just a little further. Woo! But look at that view. Getting up on top of this spire has given us a full panoramic of Cairo, and actually right behind me you'll see a giant citadel, and on that is the Muhammad Ali Mosque. Not the boxer, but that right there is where Saladin, apparently one of the former rulers and famous sultans of Egypt, once lived. Boys will be boys, I guess. And we've arrived at our sunset viewpoint, and apparently, if we're, ooh, there they are. I don't even know where we are, but we've come to a restaurant that's supposed to be very famous, but this is one of the most chaotic places I have ever been. Dinner looks absolutely lit. This place is wild. Oh my lord, it's so hot. It's so good. That is how you mass produce the meat. The noise, the smells, it's just incredible. Only at Prince. That's right. Subscribe. Yeah. In the middle of the road, they're preparing our food. So fresh hot bread, already gonna be good. Dip it in here. It's not what you'd expect. It tastes a little like pesto, but without the creaminess. Shout out to this guy, Wahadam, setting it all up. He told us there's one of the most famous places where you can try traditional Egyptian food without a crazy price, and this has been amazing. The best meal I could have ever imagined having here. Seeing the pyramid with the sunrise is something you could only dream of. This right here is the Mina House by Marriott. Normally the pyramids don't open up till 8 AM, but nowadays it's not till 9. So while you'll be giving up money and sleep, this is the most iconic sunrise you could ever have, because that is the one monument that pretty much everyone on this planet can identify. Iconic view with an iconic couple. I've had my coffee. I'm starting to feel way more alive after 3 hours of sleep last night. It doesn't even matter, because how many times in your life will you get to have that view with your morning coffee? Alright guys, we all get to live out Max's lifelong dream today, to experience a golf cart.
It's amazing so far. The speeds we're reaching are unbelievable.
And now it's my time, because we're heading towards that. Say what you will about travel in 2020. It's been full of ups and downs, but there's one thing you will never, ever, ever get to see again. At least not that I foresee. And that is an empty pyramid of Giza. There is no one else here.
What?
One thing you need to know is that this right here, the Pyramid of Giza, was built in 2500 BC, which means they didn't have electricity, they didn't have motors, and this mountain is built up of nearly 2.5 million limestone blocks. These limestone blocks can be as heavy as 74,000 kilograms. Now imagine the fact that these blocks were not all around this pyramid base. They would have to be brought in from dozens, if not hundreds of kilometers away to build up this massive structure. It's truly one of the most impressive accomplishments of mankind. Some people would even say that there's only one explanation for its possibility, and that is aliens. You can't ask for a more Egyptian experience than this right here. Look at that backdrop. It's a horse traffic jam, I'm squished!
Oh my god, I'm first man, hey!
Ladies, can we separate a little? Need for speed. This is crazy! Galloping with the pyramids of Giza. I don't know if that was on my bucket list, but it definitely should have been.
Hi, alive!
That was wild. We went so fast on the horses. I've never gotten that fast in my life. And there was one point where we all three, me, Sol, Max, were coming around the same narrow corner at once. Mine got pushed to the outside near these rocks. I thought for sure I was about to come off the cliff, but luckily, I'm sure the horses do this all the time, but as a non-rider, that was one of the scarier things I've experienced. This is a country with some of the world's richest history, with some of the world's most beautiful things to see. I would still recommend this to experienced travelers, but I just needed to put up that giant caution because this is not the destination for everyone. Now, with that said, I've been told by so many people things will only get much easier as we get outside of Cairo, and I really hope that all these problems and headaches that we've been experiencing go away.